What's up? Okay, I see somebody's already in the chat. I wonder who it is. Please let me know in the chat box there. Uh, this one I'm not walking around or anywhere, just here. Finished working a little while ago, teaching my online English language classes. Hey, Karina, what's up, Karina? Hi, Karina. Long time no see, or long time no, participation in terms of that. You were taking the time off all this metal electronic stuff. How you doing? What questions do you have so far? Because this is to talk about what's been happening here during my sojourn or my trip so far since I arrived here in Mexico back on June 14th. It's going on 2 months, Saturday of next week. Been here for more than a month and a half now and enjoying it all. And well, that's a mirror. I thought that was a clock on the wall, but that's a mirror in my room. Still getting used to it. Great, you're doing well. Did you give your eyes some rest from using the computer and watching so much TV and looking at the cell phone? I'm going to be talking slowly because it's about just going slow, Joe, flow, with the slow flow, with my mojo. I'm loving Mexico. Mexico so far is awesome. I mean, the people are great, awesome so far. I mean, I've had only one, two, or three, four, or five grumpy people here and there, but most people have been very kind, helpful, cool, funny. Wow. And definitely very nice. I mean, as you know, or maybe you don't remember everything, but I was in Cancun for 6 days. That was my little mini vacation with Bogota. 2 days in Bogota and 6 days in Cancun. I took off that week because normally through the year from, let's say, January 18th until the end of November or the first 2 weeks of December, I don't have a vacation. I keep working in general as an English language teacher. And but this year I took that 8 day, 9 day time off so that I could rest a little bit between leaving Guarne, Colombia, and going to Bogota for 2 days and then to Cancun. But I love the people. I've loved the landscape, the Mayan ruins there in the Yucatan Peninsula. I didn't really get to enjoy the beach because of all the sargazo, the seaweed there. This is not the time of year if you want to enjoy the beach to go to the Mayan Riviera. I mean, because all that seaweed is just piling up. And if you are a person like me, in terms of the physical body, my body took a beating, took a bad beating from the heat combined with the humidity. I mean, it was like 31 degrees Celsius every day or 32. Still is right now. And with the humidity, 70, 80%, 85% humidity, it felt more. And it still feels like if you're there, like, like 40 degrees Celsius, like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 102. And I couldn't deal with it. The last week I had paid for, there I gave up. And I just caught a bus to Mexico City, a 26-hour bus ride. It was an adventure, but I plan to avoid repeating that. That's the second time in my life that I've taken such a long bus ride. The first one was when I was like 18 years old or 17 from Atlanta, Georgia to New York City. That bus ride took 27 hours. Greyhound. I think it stopped in every city in between. It's okay. Thanks that you're sorry. It's life. It's part of the adventure. Thank you. Hey, Kev. Kev is in the house. Karina and Kev, what's up? We got 3 people, as I can see there in the little chat thing. 3 people. This is the first time I do this from the comfort of my own itsy bitsy room. It's a small room, but I'm enjoying it. Estoy bien, Kev. Estoy super bien. Y volviéndome más fuerte. I'm getting stronger again. I couldn't work out in Playa, really. But here, since I've been in Mexico since last week again, I arrived on July 20th here in Mexico City. I've been going to the park, a park near here. I'm in the Doctores Colonia. Colonia is similar to what you call a neighborhood. And Doctores is in the Alcaldía. Alcaldía is like a bigger part of a city, but it's not the city. It's like we'd say, I don't know what you would call that in English, but it's called, I forgot what this Alcaldía is called. I think it's Cuauhtemoc or something like that. And there's a park here in this colonia, this neighborhood called Doctor Ignacio Chavez Jardín, Garden, Park. And they got bars there. Like, so I go do pull ups and I go do dips and I do some jogging for 20 minutes. I'm doing it 3 times a week, so keep it in shape. And I've recovered a lot of my health because, like I said, really, guys, really, if that like extreme heat, like that high heat and humidity takes a toll or a beating on your body, avoid going to the Mayan Riviera or Acapulco Paquev, right? You told me when you were in Acapulco 2 weeks ago with Rosie. Hey, Rosie, I hope you're watching this somewhere as a pre-recorded thing, not pre-recorded, after the stream thing. Say what's up to Rosie O'Kelly and Kev TV and Karina, everybody. Don't go to those places when it's so hot if you can't take it unless you got a really good air conditioned room. I mean, you want to stay in the room from like 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of going to the beach. I'm going back to the beach, but that will be like in December and January. But Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta, when the temperatures are cooler, still warm but cooler, manageable for me. But not again this time. But I'm loving it. The people are great. The landscapes, the Mayan ruins. I mean, I visited Coba ruins, Tulum ruins, and Chichen Itza. And here I saw the Templo Mayor in the Recinto Sagrado near the Zócalo, right next to the Catedral Metropolitana, the Metropolitan Cathedral, the one that is sinking, that big one that Kevin, you, and Rosie visited. And there's that thing. I didn't know it was even there until I went back 2 days later to do a walking tour video in Spanish, and I saw it like, wow. But it's nice exploring all of this. So, whatever questions you guys have, please tell me. Did you miss it? You missed the Templo Mayor, that old sacred precinct part of the Aztecs. That was the area where the national palace is, where the president lives, and where the Templo Mayor was, and all of this. That was the spiritual part of this Aztec city. You know, you got Teotihuacan to the north. That was like the major part of the city, like the business and whatever. And then the sacred part was, you know, by horse or whatever, would be like 2 hours down this way, Zocalo area. At least that's what I think it is. How's the food? Okay, for anybody watching this for the first time here during August 4th, 2021, or somewhere down the line in the future or in the next century, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat animals. I don't eat fish, nothing with eyes. So I found good vegetarian options. There are a lot of good vegetarian and vegan options here, the restaurants. And a lot of the Mexican cuisine is based on vegetables and grains. So it's not really that difficult to even go to a restaurant and find something that is, even that they can prepare something vegetarian for you. Maybe the only thing you might not know is if they use lard to cook it, like to fry something, like to heat some vegetables or whatever, like saute them, whatever. You would ask, hey, no usen manteca o grasa de marrano para cocinar esto. Or when they use it on that that kind of skillet on the street food things, and when they're making something for you, it's the same thing where they're frying pork on that thing where they make the tacos or guaraches or or the other things. I don't remember what they're called, but the food is great. The food is great. And Mexico City is awesome. I mean, there's so much to do here culturally and exploration, not just on the cultural part, but in every sense. There are so many nice neighborhoods to visit. Is it raining right now? No, but it rained like an hour ago. It rained an hour ago, and it usually rains like in the evening hours and at night. During the day, it doesn't normally rain, at least the time I've spent here so far. Is my audio coming in? Is the video quality good? This is the first time I do it without using the phone because I don't know if some of you know, Karina or Kev already knows a little bit. The my app, the two apps on the phone, the one that is Prism Live Studio and the StreamYard, for some reason they don't want to work. Maybe it's the phone just acting up now and they didn't want to connect anymore. The last live stream I did or I had, the last time I went live was back in Playa del Carmen when I was doing that last walking stream, walking video live stream thing. And then I saw a message come up and it said, "You're going offline. The video will end in 10 seconds, 9, 8." I'm like, what? Why? And it was not because of data. Then there was a connection error thing that kept popping up and I can't fix it then. I guess that was the universe telling me, give it up. Thanks, Karina, for the feedback. The sound is good. And what about the video quality? I mean, the lighting is not that the best because it's a very white light. Maybe if I push this down a little bit, but it's just, it's a white light. So maybe that does it. And if I turn it off, you won't be able to see me. There's only one light in here. But the sound quality is good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wish I could. No, I really don't wish. For now, it's good to take a break from the live streaming and just do the pre-recorded videos and all. It's all good. All right, thanks. So, what other questions do you have instead of me just rambling on here like a rambling man? Como uno que habla mucho. Ese man, como dicen en Colombia, ese man sí que habla hasta por los codos. That guy talks so much he even speaks through his elbows. That's a literal translation. In English would be, hey, he's a motor mouth. You can't stop him from talking. But I want you to ask me some questions. Anything. I mean, the food is great. There's even a vegetarian restaurant called Comedero Vegetariano. It's like vegetarian dining room. It's right there, like 2 blocks away from Zocalo, from the main park, or three. And it's on the street called Moto Linea. And 130 pesos, you get the buffet with the parts that are prepared: hot soup, cold soup, Satan, not Satan, Satan, whatever the the gluten thing, and this and that, nopal, hot stuff, hot rice and whatever. And then the other part of the buffet is some nice salads and everything, and some good desserts. But it doesn't include the beverages. But a friend and I went, a friend that I made back in Playa, an Englishman, and we both liked it. And we went exploring, and we went to La Basílica de Guadalupe, Basílica Santa Maria de Guadalupe, and the whole recinto sagrado for the Roman Catholics. I was only expecting to see a church, and I saw so much more. I was like, wow, I was blown away. I made a 3-part video about that, but it won't be coming out until like the end of the month because I have all these other videos right now scheduled to come out. Some stuff still from when I visited, when I was in the Mayan Riviera, like Coba and the Cenote Tancaja, which is awesome, underground cavern, and some other things there in Playa del Carmen and in Coba, and even the little Mayan village that we visited on the way to Coba, the ruins and everything. Have I met any chicas, any girls? Um, I'm going. I'm easy going with that because it's not on my agenda right now. But I've met one cool girl yesterday that her name is Pamela. I put up a shorts video about that on the Spanish channel, the Eddie Viajero, not Eddie Guerrero, the luchador fact from the 90s, the Mexican American, the Chicano. They used to dance like this. I don't know if you guys ever remember Eddie Guerrero. He was a wrestler, luchador, famous in the WWE, WWF days back in the 90s and everything early 2000s. But I'm Eddie Viajero. But Eddie Guerrero used to go like, yeah, I'm Eddie Guerrero, baby, the Latin swing. So I'm Latin American, you know. I'm Colombian American. So I got some of that Colombiano, salsita, merengue, vallenato in me. Then I got some of that New York or South Carolina country music, hip hop, classic rock, Kashmir, Led Zeppelin, Door style, or the Colombian salsa grupo Nietzsche, Una Ventura. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, I'm chill and relaxed with the girls. I met that girl Pamela. She's vegan and she was very kind to talk on camera in Spanish. And then I interviewed her in English and she talked in Spanish and I translated it in English. And it'll be coming out next 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know when exactly. I already uploaded it on the channel. But I'm chilling with the thing about women. I'm just relaxing. I love women. I respect them. I honor them. I cherish women. My mom, who brought my brother and I up and made sacrifices for us, never, never demeaning women. Always putting women up on a pedestal, on a good pedestal. And I mean, where would we be? Where would we be without women? Always being a gentleman with women, even when some treat me like whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And that's it. But I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. I'm just focusing on my work as an English language teacher, as I will make my money, saving up for the cold months because in December, January, as an English language teacher, because my students are based in Colombia, so virtually I do the classes online with my Colombian students. And in December, Colombia is a very festive country, muy dicembriano. They love to enjoy Navidad. Navidad is Christmas. Que viva la Navidad! And they usually don't want any classes in December. A few might take them until December 15th, but a few, maybe 10 or 15 or 20% of my normal workload. I only work really 9 months a year because in fact, I have done the analysis so many times over the last 5 years. 9 months out of the year I work. I get 9 monthly salaries in the year. And that has to, you know, I have to really spread that money out for 12 months because with the public bank religious holidays in Colombia that are like 18 in the year, plus vacation time in December and January for people, that adds up to 3 months. And so I'm focusing on my work, making sure I keep to my shoestring budget. Uh, I cook at home every day here. I don't eat out basically, and focusing also on during my free time on making nice videos, going out and exploring beautiful places with the help of the locals and whatever I can find out on YouTube or on Google about what to see that I want to do because I'm doing me. And if I'm making me happy, if I'm doing me with the YouTube stuff in addition to teaching English, then that is reflected in the videos with my energy and you guys will enjoy it. Of course, there are some people that are not going to like it, that they're going to be, this and that, whatever, you know. You can't, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Como decimos en español, as we say in Spanish, no soy medallita de oro o moneda de oro para todo el mundo. I'm not a gold coin for everybody, or I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But now I'm just doing me. And I got the gimbal, but the gimbal is for the smartphone, not for the GoPro, and I stopped using the GoPro for now. And sometimes I don't use the gimbal because I do something on the spot or is an area where I shouldn't take out the gimbal. So I'm just using the smartphone, and it doesn't have a good stabilizer. So some people don't get it. Some people are haters or knuckleheads or hamsters or whatever, numbnuts or brainless. And that's part of their MO. It's part of the authenticity of the channel that some people can complain in the comment section. If you want to complain, please complain in the comment section. Just keep it clean. Don't use any, you know, foul language and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's see what else. Hey, Jennifer, and how are you, Jennifer? How you doing, Jennifer? I hadn't looked at that part yet. I was just rambling on like a rambling man, like Molly Hatchet and all that, like the 38 special, like Leonard Skinner, Tuesday's gone, etc. Wow. Sweet home Alabama and sweet home Georgia, peachy pie. Well, for some of you who don't know, I was born in New York City, but I didn't grow up in New York City. My parents raised my brother and I down in South Carolina. My brother was born in Rhode Island, and we lived in South Carolina for a good 8.5 years until I was just about 12 years old, and my brother was just about 10. We moved up to New York, and my nickname in New York for the first year and a half in the neighborhood in Woodside, Queens, New York, very Irish American neighborhood where I lived in that area. They used to call me down yonder because I used to say, I'm going down yonder, I'm going up yonder, because I was a country boy coming up from South Carolina. Semi country anyway, because I lived in a semi rural area or whatever people want to call it. And then I went to live in New York as a teenager. Well, almost 12 years. From 12 years of age, basically. I celebrated my 12th birthday in New York City. 3 months shy. I mean, we moved up there at the end of January, and my birthday was 3 months later. And then I lived in New York City until I was 19 years old. But I was always, still am, at heart, a country boy, even though I learned how to be a New Yorker in New York City with the sarcasm. And I learned how to fight because I had to. People were picking on me, bullying me, beating me up all the way from South Carolina to New York City. And when I was 14, I just had it. So I started fighting back, doing weights. And after that, that was it. No more running like a coward, like the coward of the country, Kenny Rogers style. That country music song. So Jennifer, how you doing? Yeah, today's just shooting the breeze with you guys, talking and fielding some of your questions and answering as best as I can. I don't have all the answers. Where am I going from there? Here? Okay, from Mexico City. After Mexico City, I'm going to Pascuaro. I'm staying in Mexico City until October 23rd. I'm staying here for 3 months. Mexico City, because I only have the weekends and part of Monday, like a 7 hour window on Monday between work, that I don't have work at that time. And I kept it that way now so that I can really explore 3 times a week on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Explore the places I'm visiting this year here in Mexico. I'll be here until December because I have a 6 month visa that expires on like December 10th. And I'm going to Pascuaro. And then you're saying, what is there in Pascuaro? What's the deal with Pascuaro in Michoacan? This is like, from what I've heard from people that have been talking to you, the locals from Playa, from Mexico City, Texan American, and everything. They've told me that Pascuaro is probably the best place to go and see how the whole thing, how all those days, those 7 days leading up to Day of the Dead, which is November 2nd, how they're celebrated, how they're prepared. That spiritual, cultural event of October 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd. Dia de las Almas, Dia de los Muertos. It's a tradition here with the Mexican culture and pre-Mexican culture, pre-Hispanic, where people have honored their dead until they can't remember them anymore. And those people go, when they die and they abandon their physical body, just like in India when they talk about reincarnation and everything, when a person abandons or dies, they shed their mortal coils, they shed their mortal body, physical body, and they still have their astral body or their spiritual body, whatever people call it in different cultures or different languages, and they go to this world that is like the astral world. It's not heaven or hell, it's just the astral world. And every November 1st, October 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd here in Mexico and in other cultures around the world, similar, honor their dead, honor their family members that they still remember through stories or pictures or paintings until they're no longer remembered. Then they make food and preparations at the cemeteries and at the altars of their homes and at the cemeteries where they're buried and whatever. And it's like an all night party event in the spiritual, cultural sense. And I want to go and document that in Pascuaro, Michoacan. I want to stay there for 2 weeks. And I got to still work Monday through Friday. I can't take a vacation. I need the money. Need to save up all of it. I'm a penny pincher right now, but in the good sense of the word. And that's another reason why I just don't want to be dating anyone right now. Plus, I mean, I'm a traveler. I'm going places. This is Traveling Eddie, and we're going places. Part of my real personality. No masks. I'm not putting on a mask. Mil Máscaras mask or Rey Mysterio mask or El Santo mask, those luchadores. No, this is me. Part of my personality, part of my spunk, part of my sparky life attitude is being like this. This is part of me. I've been like this ever since I was a child, making faces like whatever. And then I'm off to India when India opens up. I'm waiting for India. My heart is in India. Like Fin del Mundo. Fin del Mundo, he says, Mexico, Mexico, mi amor. He loves Mexico. Now remember, guys, whenever you're watching this, please check out Rosie O'Kelly's channel, Kev TV's channel, Fin del Mundo, Finn del Mundo. He's a New Zealander, and he loves Mexico. He's back here. He's going to be here for like 6 months before he has to leave, like I do. And we leave for a few days, and we come back again on another visa, whatever the Mexican government gives us, and everything. So I'm going to be exploring, but taking my time. I'll be in Pascuaro for 2 weeks, and then after that, I have no idea. But I'll be heading north, and then finally go to LA, California for a few days, because I'm American, like I told you, and chill there for a few days, just less than a week. Then come on back to south of the border, Mexico. Mexico lindo, que viva Mexico, cabrones, and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, somebody told me to take off my mask. Yeah, that's a friend that I met back in Playa del Carmen. He's always messing with me. Take off your mask, dude. Take off your mask. Like, show your face. Stop being muffled. You're muffled. You can't. Nobody can understand what the hell you're saying. So talk like that. So yeah, Jennifer and Kel. Hey, what's up, Kel? How you doing, Kel? What's up? What's up to Jennifer and Kel, and everyone else. Everyone else now and later on. Yeah. So here we are. And Shreya Suresh from India. Hey, Shreya. Namaskar, namaste. Aapke se hai, dost. I'm still learning Hindi, so I'm very slow, but I'm learning more phrases. I'm preparing for my trip to India, to Bharat. My love is in India. My heart is in India. I'm waiting to be reunited with my love India saved my life. I fell in love with India. And Suresh, welcome. Namaskar. Suresh. Started following the channel just Suresh is the last name. Shreya Suresh. Shreya Suresh. Shreya, are you from um Gujarat? Or where is it that you are from exactly, my friend, host? Yeah, namaskar. Well, it's nice connecting. Kerala, in the south, where the backwaters of Kerala are, the Venice of India, India's version of Venice, Italy, the backwaters of Kerala. I have seen 3 YouTubers do these awesome vlogs. One is Jimmy Jimmy Piven, Jeremy Piven. He's a Hollywood actor. You should check out his thing. He loves Indian culture, and he has these two. Uh, he's a Hollywood actor. I just posted his name right there in the chat, and he has this I don't remember what the title of the videos are. 2 parts where he goes through North India and South India. He visits Rishikesh, Kerala, Delhi, and some other places. And I really loved those 2 vlogs. And he inspired me to put Kerala in the backwaters in Kochi, in Kerala, the state of Kerala, and Kochi is like the main city, on my bucket list. I didn't go to South India when I was in India in 2019. Shreya, tell us a little bit about Kerala in the chat. Tell us what we can expect, what beautiful places we should visit, and temples in Kerala. Yes, Kerala has great food for vegetarians and non veg. I'm a vegetarian, so it's great for me. I really did fall in love with India. It was such, I still miss it. I mean, if I think if I have one more attachment in this life right now, because all my physical attachments and emotional attachments have gone, disappeared, because I saw with the eye of Shiva, with the eye of wisdom in my meditation, that attachment to people, attachment to things, attachment to pride, attachment to fame, attachment to body, to knowledge, to whatever, whoever, was very painful. Just love people, love the world, love the universe. Attachment to doggies was one of my last attachments, really. But I think my last attachment still would be that I want to return to India. I love Mexico. I'm enjoying my trip to Mexico here. And Mexico is the most spiritual place in all of the Americas. And by Americas, some people maybe in the world think when they hear America, they think only the United States. But no, the Americas means Canada, the United States, Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Belize, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Suriname, Guyana, Peru, etc. All nations and countries in the Americas. And Mexico, for me, maybe I'm wrong, but for me, Mexico is the most spiritual country, land in the Americas. But the most spiritual country on the whole planet for me, and this is just my humble opinion. Please don't kill me, don't send me negative energy. It's just my humble opinion, is India, Bharat. It's the last spiritual fortress on the planet where the people of India welcome all religions and spiritual practices, spiritual ways of life, and don't try to kill you or demean you for it. Except for maybe the fanatics. We have fanatics everywhere. But the people of India are so beautiful. Yeah. Hmm. I'm going to give you little heads up about a pre-recorded video that I made in two parts back at the beginning of this year, like in January or February of 2021. But these two videos have not been made public, and I will not make them public until October. They're already scheduled. And I'm going to do the premiere with them, but I'll let the videos run. And during that, if you have any questions about my experience with India and how India saved my life. India. And India is only a word, a name that was conjured up or created by people in the Middle East, the Arab people. Because the original name of India, at least in the last 10,000 years or whatever, you find them in the Vedic scriptures, in the Shastras and all, Bharat, B-H-A-R-T, B-H-A-R-A-T, Bharat. Yes, Karina. Yes, Jennifer. Love is so much easier than hate. Universal love. Universal love for everybody, even for the ones that hate us. What can we do? Right now, their minds are poisoned by whatever they have experienced. As I also went through that in my life, or have gone through it, but not anymore. But Mexico is beautiful. I'm enjoying my time here. And I will be here until India reopens. When India reopens and the requirements to travel to India and to get the tourist visa as an American, the multiple entry tourist visa, until it is clear, because right now it is not open, I will wait happily and patiently in Mexico and continue to explore. Okay, Shreya Suresh Namaskar Dost is saying Kerala is the most beautiful place I've ever been. Even every district has different culture, differ in speaking the same language. The sadhya, the food you should never miss when you return. Wow, yes, I will do this, Shreya. I am looking forward to returning to India. And just so you know, this is no secret for the people that have already heard it from me in person, like Kev the other day with Rosie, and people that I have talked to in my English classes and during some of my pre-recorded videos. My visualization, my dream, my desire, my wish is to be in India 6 months minimum every year, because on a tourist visa we can only stay in India for 6 months, and then we have to leave the country for 2 months. And I'm looking to get the 5-year multiple entry or the 10-year multiple entry tourist visa as an American with the Indian government. But that cannot happen until India has defined what they want to do before reopening and open their consulates and embassies around the world to take appointments for the visa application process. And then every year, 6 months minimum in India, traveling and exploring beautiful places like Kerala, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Odia, Tamil Nadu, all these states, Goa, Bihar. I mean, I was already in Bihar, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. These are states, like in the United States, you know, the state of Washington, the state of California. Excuse me. I gotta get my snacks because my blood sugar level is going down, and I gotta snack on these things. It's nachos, cheese nachos. It's backwards, but nachos. And this cost me $1.10 for this 400-gram bag, 400 grams. So yeah, I loved India. I was there for 48 days. If any of you are interested in seeing some of those very amateur videos I made, because at that time I was not a YouTuber. When I went to India in February and March 2019 for the 48-day trip I did, or I had there, I was just using my Samsung Galaxy S7 phone, not the phone I have now. And I was not a YouTuber. I had no idea I would ever become a YouTuber. I had no idea that you could be a YouTuber. I thought YouTube was just a channel like HBO and whatever, and everything was just HBO. Everything was Cinemax, or everything was the Discovery Channel. And I just made those amateur videos. And then my amateur editing at the beginning of May and June of last year, 2020. Horrible editing, but I did it with love. If you want to see them, I already made some playlists that you can watch about my experience in India. And with some clips repeated during the video edit, because I never checked in those days to see if the edit had come out well. I just edited and just chose to paste it together without playing it and checking it out to see if everything was good. Okay, Suresh, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. No problem. In the future, I will see if I can do this once a week. Thank you, Jennifer, for watching some of my older content. You'll see the difference between what I started doing in May, June, and July and August of last year to what it has progressed or evolved to now. A little better. Suresh, thank you, my friend. Dost, Alvida, have a good night. Bahut bahut acha. Thank you very much. Very good, very good. Bahut bahut acha. Alvida means goodbye in Hindi. Shreya is from South India. In South India, from Kerala, they don't really speak Hindi. Only a few maybe understand it, but really is not spoken. There are so many languages in South India. Canada, Tamil, Telugu, Telugu, something like that. Many other languages and dialects. India is a country of like 1,500 dialects. Even in Mexico, you have dialects too. When I was in the Mayan Riviera, I heard people speaking Mayan. It was not Spanish, it was not English, it was their language that they still preserve. Some of the older people from those places in the Yucatan Peninsula, not in Playa del Carmen or whatever, but when I was going on the bus with a friend from Poland, a woman that I met in Cancun my first 6 days, and we went to Chichen Itza, and I could hear several people speaking a language that was alien to my ears. And I said, well, this is not Spanish. This is not English. This is not Spanglish. This is not Hindi. What is this? And then I found out that was their native language from that area. And then even here in around Mexico City, you have some people that speak the local languages from before the Spanish conquistadors, the settlers. Wow. Yeah. So much. Soon I will be going to the Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera house where they lived in the neighborhood of Coyacan, the Colonia. They call neighborhood Colonia in Spanish. Because I want to see that art, that history. I love art. And Frida Kahlo, hey, India's calling you, Karina. Yeah, India's calling me big time. But we have to wait. But I'm going to be exploring a lot of Mexico City more of the places. The other day, I have so much content. Mexico City has so much content for travel vloggers and for food vloggers. I'm not a food vlogger, but sometimes I, I make videos in the restaurants, vegetarian restaurants, for the street food I see, like I did with Pamela. the vegan yesterday. Her little food street street food stand called Pandemonium. She's on Facebook and Instagram in Spanish. Check her out. Pandemonium. Let me write it down here. And I made a couple of vlogs with her, and even a short video. Pandemonium, something like that. On Instagram, and Facebook, and you can see the menu she has. It's in Spanish, of course. Pandemonium, vegan food. Yeah. I know this is not the regular kind of live stream I do walking around and show you things, but I wanted to experiment with this. And once a week or once every other week, something like that. No promises. I will see if I can do them. And just to connect with you guys live. So you can ask me any questions or make any comments. All of that stuff. Yeah. So it's good stuff being here. And I know you guys have to do some things, so I'm going to end the stream in about a minute. And I have to eat something because my blood sugar levels did kind of like plummet. And I got to eat some of this snacky stuff because I don't want to cook anymore. And then I'll go to bed early tonight, like in about half an hour. It's 8:26 p.m. here in Mexico City. And where you guys are, if you're in Los Angeles, it's like 2 hours earlier. But for me, it's almost night time. So yeah, Latinx artists. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'll see if they let me record the video inside with the camera with the gimbal so it can be nice and steady and inside of Frida Kahlo's home. And there's a future video that I made a week ago in the San Miguel, no, San Angel neighborhood where they have a lot of street art. There's a street art market where they're selling a lot of paintings. And this is like a middle class, upper class neighborhood, San Angel, in the south of the city. It takes about 30 minutes to get there by bus, by Metro bus. And really upscale neighborhoods. There was even a Porsche dealer in terms of the Porsche vehicles. So you don't get a Porsche dealer in a poor neighborhood or a low middle class neighborhood. You get it in upper middle class neighborhood or in the upper class neighborhood. And I was in that neighborhood or colonia called San Angel. And I made like two or three different vlogs. Very beautiful, very interesting, and handicrafts. So stay tuned for that. They'll be coming out like in the next 2 or 3 weeks during this month of August. So yeah, guys, thank you, Karina, for sending me a lot of love and positive energy. And I'm sending it out to you, to Jennifer, and to Kev, to Shreya Suresh, and everybody else, Kel that was watching this today and will maybe watch it in the future. Normally, people don't watch live streams after they're streamed. Some do, some don't. Depends on it. But this one is just a simple one. Just kicking back and sharing my thoughts. I'm having a good time in Mexico, Mexico City. Please do consider visiting Mexico City. It's not enough just to be here for 5 days. But if that's all you have, okay. But please do consider visiting it for a longer time, and not just doing the what most people do, but go out of your way, even to this neighborhood that I went to with my uh, host here, the one that has the apartment that I'm living in now. This is not through Airbnb, and he took me to this place called Chimaltizac, something like that. And it was so beautiful, so quiet, just to walk around. It was not so much about people because there was almost nobody there, but beautiful architecture, quiet, and along a place that used to be a river, and they still have their little bridges that went over the little river. The river dried up a long time ago, and I don't remember the name, but the video about that place, a little short videos I made, because now I'm doing shorts on YouTube, the vertical videos that compete with TikTok, and you'll see them coming out soon. And remember to give any video you like from any YouTuber a like if you really like it. It helps the videos get out more to more people on YouTube. And share them on your social media networks if you like them. That's all. Guys, I will let you go. You guys take care. Please do come to Mexico. Mexico is not just Cancun and Playa del Carmen and Tulum or Puerto Vallarta, San Lucas. It's more. It's Oaxaca, Guanajuato, Veracruz, so much. Chiapas, so many places. So, mudras, lotus flower, the eagle for protection, the one to reflect or deflect any negative thoughts or energy that people are sending to you. These are some mudras that I share. Once again, the Namaste, the eagle for protection by Garuda, the carrier of Vishnu in Hinduism. Vishnu is the maintainer of the cosmos of material creation. The lotus flower, the cosmos, etc. Take care. And the one for any negative energy people are sending your way or negative thoughts or hate, you can just send it back to them so they get confused. Not to cause them harm, just to confuse them so they forget about you. At heart level. Good night. Stay blessed. Con mucho amor. With lots of love. Lots of good energy, good vibrations. Con mucha energía positiva. Stay real, stay blessed. And I also have a little channel that I started on YouTube if you like it. Spiritual Eddie. It's not about preaching, it's about some meditation, some mudras, and whatever in case you fancy it. Something big, but just to meditate on some places, some sounds of the ocean. I have a few videos up. Just started it last July or June. I don't remember when. Take care. Stay blessed. Yo me despido más que 31 de diciembre. Bye bye, guys. Have a beautiful night and sleep well. Don't sleep like a baby. Sleep like a bear. Babies wake up 3 and 4 or 5 times in the night so they don't sleep well. No duermo como un bebé. Sleep like a hibernating bear. Then you sleep through the whole night. Bye. Yeah, me too, Jennifer. I hope the shorts boost my sub count. I wanted to grow more to get out to more people. Bye. Bye, Kev.